Hi there ladies, what we worked on today was adding some arm movements onto some belly dance movements that we already know. And we were talking about keeping our arms very slow between transitions and extending our body as much as we can. So when we're moving our arms, let's say for example with that little arm sequence that we started off our whole practice with, we had positions that were here with our arms and positions that were all the way up, and then they were coming down in front of us. And we don't want to just jut our hand out to it. We're going to take it nice and slow and really extend that movement and draw the attention to that. So as we're trying to get our arms to this position, we're actually going to do them one at a time and take our time with our right arm extending out, kind of like our snake arm. Think about every part of your arm extends. Our left arm extends out. They both go up together super duper slowly, and it makes people think about the anticipation of what's going to happen next. And then as we're coming down super slowly, we're crossing them back and forth in front of each other, and we're keeping our hands very natural. They're not flat and pancakey. They're not a fist. They're just kind of like you're gently about to hold something, and then when we come down, we can, instead of just stopping there, we can kind of extend it out beside of ourselves. So every move that we were doing, we were talking about extending our arms and doing it super slowly and doing a good transition from one move to the other. Like for example, also when we were doing our hagala, or our one-sided hip to each side, and we had one arm up to show which direction we were going. When we get to the other side and we're about to switch arms, instead of just switching it really fast and being there, you think about we're doing everything nice and slow. So we're going to bring that arm that's up, down slowly beside of us and right in front. And the one that's down is going to come up slowly and right in front, so that they just look like they're brushing each other as they trade off to go the other way. So all of these moves that we're doing are pretty much moves that we've done before, but now we're adding that very slow, controlled, and beautiful flowy arm movement to it. So our combination that we did some practice with actually starts with a high-low camel, but that was after the intro of the music where we did our arm movements. So just one time we're going to do our arms. We're going to go right, left, all the way up super duper 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 slowly, and then they fall in front of us crossing over. And then when they get about in front of our torso, they just come down. So our first actual movement of this combo though is going to be the high-low camel. Remember, with our camel, we're doing a undulation with our body. We're stepping forward on one of our feet and letting the other foot follow up behind, so that puts the bottom of the undulation into our hips. And to make it low and high, we're going to be going flat-footed and up on toes. So putting all of that together, just the body part, we're undulating and we're going down on flat and then up on toes. Now the arm movement that we were adding to that to make it look pretty was that our arm was extending in the direction we're going. So on the first low-high, it's going to be about to here, and then on the second one, it's going to be all the way up. And then when we finished it out, we're bringing it down beside of our body. So that looks like low, high, and then we bring it down to go into the next move. Our next move is a three-point turn to the right, and we're just going to kind of keep our hands in close to us on this one, because if you have your hands out, you're likely to run into somebody. So we're just keeping it nice and tucked, and we're doing a three-point turn to the left. 1, 2, 3. When we get here, our weight is on our left hip. So we're going to take it into a big old Egyptian hip circle, and our arms are welcoming as we come around. And then as we get here, we're going to extend our left arm up and our right down And we're gonna do 2 little omi hip circles. So we came from our 3-point turn and kind of ended up with our weight on the left. We did a big Egyptian hip circle, and then we're gonna take it into 2 little omis. Now we're kind of accentuating this right hip, and what this right hip is gonna do is a one-sided hip circle that's coming forward. So it goes back, up, across the top, and down in the front. It's gonna be a circle like that, and while we're doing it, we're circling our body around. So there's gonna be 4 of those circles with our hip to get ourselves back to the beginning. So hip is circling, and our body is circling. As we get back to the front, we need to think about our arms again. We're gonna slowly bring it down into that nice neutral position, and we're just gonna do figure 8s here to kind of collect our thoughts. So we've got figure 8s, and the next thing you're doing is your chest circles. We will go one time counterclockwise and a shoulder roll, and then clockwise for the next time. We're doing 2 circles each time, and then shoulder rolls to finish it out. After those shoulder rolls, our arms are going into our position for our Hagala step, or we could call it like a half of an inverted Maya, because our side that is propelling us across the floor is coming up and in. So we're going to do 4 steps to the right, which is going to be our left hip is moving us. And then like we were saying before with the arms, we want to transition it real smoothly to go back the other way. And also for 4 that way. And now that's going to put us right back. We don't need to transition this one up necessarily. We just need to bring the left down. That's going to put us right back to our beginning camel. So again, the low to high, do the 3-point turn, the Egyptian hip circle, and then the 2 more omi circles. The hips circles are just on one side. They get us around. Our figure 8s again. Our chest circles in the counterclockwise direction with the shoulder roll, and then the clockwise direction with the shoulder roll. And then that's just going to repeat until we run out of music. Okay, so let's see what that looks like to our music.